Alright, welcome back to Uno Night. We're gonna be talking about Mephi this time. And honestly, man, it's so hard to get human fodder in this game. So you're gonna have to think about which units you actually want to invest fodder into, not just human, but all these other characters in general. So now we're gonna see if she's actually worth investing those resources on. So Mephi, sub DPS unit. Let's just look at her stats at max level. Right. So 64,000 attack. Is this anything crazy? Well, no. All the other sub DPS units such as Nini, Rebecca, Vivian, and Nicole, right? So they all pretty much have the same attack set. The lowest being Rebecca, 63k, Nini 65k. So it doesn't really matter too much. Their differences are like very small, deviating from like 1.6%, stuff like that. So accuracy, nothing special. 7, pretty standard. I'd say it's average. Evasion 10, again average, right? Nothing crazy. Now there are a lot of these tanks have like very high accuracy. Yep, Ayame here, accuracy 4, terrible. Right, we don't talk about that one. That's why if you have Ayame, you know just how hard it is to actually get that damage over time using her dot, right? Using her active. Adriana 10, so she's gonna be hitting a lot more than Mephi, but then we don't really care about that too much. So her crit rate and crit damage, nothing special, but that's only because those are the base ones, right? Her kit is absolutely overloaded to the point where those crit stats don't really matter too much because you're going to be buffing your entire team with this along with yourself. So main code overdrive, 345%. We'll talk about the level 3 ones over here, okay? Because we're talking about investing over time, right? You're going to be investing your units. We're only 2 weeks in, so we're going to be playing for the long time, right? Long term. So adds an additional 15% shred. It's crazy. Especially when you're trying to burn down tanks, right? So this damage is going to be 380%. Which is bonkers, right? So prism rate, same thing with the active in terms of the collision box, right? So 2 meters straight area, it's basically a beam. Just think of it as a beam. That's a bit thick, right? So at level 3, this thing is going to be doing 290% damage, decreasing enemy accuracy rate by 20. Now, if you don't know how valuable this thing is, as we've mentioned, accuracy stat is very low. We've already talked about how Ayame pretty much never hits her active, right? So if you reduce that thing by 20, well, you're going to be dodging a lot, and very useful when you get that off, like from collateral damage onto enemy IMS, right? You're going to be surviving that damage over time because you won't get hit. Code Banish. So this goes from 3 turns. A turn is 2 seconds, by the way. So 6 seconds is 3 turns. It goes to 4 turns at level 3. Not very hard to get, actually. Level 141. I say that, but I only have it 132. Yeah, we're just a filthy casual here. Increases incoming crit damage by 30% to the enemy. Right? So this is going to be targeting your highest attack. Usually it's going to be your enemy healer in the back line or the main DPS. Either way, you're going to be wanting to hit them with this one, especially once you pair it with full screen ults. This one, 30% extra crit chance to crit at level 161. So not only are they getting increased crit damage, that one DPS unit, the backline unit, they're also going to be taking a higher chance of getting crit, right? So absolutely bonkers. Now this one has an added effect with the artifact. We'll get into that in a bit. Ultimate, so 490% plus increase of attack by 50%. Now this also like targets the person with the highest attack. So yeah, you're going to be nuking. You're going to be using her when you want to nuke the backline in certain cases, because at this stage of the game, she's going to be doing more damage than most Talias, right? So apart from the multi-dimensional analysis sub-skill that pretty much targets the entire enemy team, increasing their crit chance to get crit, they're also having their defense threat origin, which you probably won't have, right, unless you're Artemis. The defense shred goes to 30%. Crazy. Now this thing stacks up really well with their other skills, right? I mean, you look at characters like Adrian, 30,000. Characters such as Ayame only have a quarter of that, right? The average unit. So yeah, you're gonna start seeing how valuable this thing is when you compare it with your DPS units. Now, think about the characters you want to pair her with. You're gonna be thinking, well, human-like, right? So Claire, Catherine, yeah, valid. You could pair her with Dora. I still see some people rocking Dora, like there's no problem. Jade, she's okay, I guess. Honestly, if you think Jade has the best ultimate in the game, DPS wise, bro, you're gonna need 2 psychiatrists for that coping, man. Like 1 psychiatrist for you and the other one for that psychiatrist that just like handled you, man. So any DPS unit would pair very well with Mephi. Does that mean you're gonna use her every time? No. But then you want to pair her up with characters that also target highest attacks, such as Naya, right? They go very well together. Backline unit attackers such as Jacqueline as well, and well, obviously with her human-like partners for the synergy. All right, so let's talk. Let's actually show her skills in action. Right. I'll do the human-like it, but I don't really have it leveled too much. Right. So we're just gonna use this team. I had it set up before, just so that we have 3 tanks. And we get to see Mephi doing most of the damage, I reckon, or Talia. We'll just see how it goes. Right, there you go. You have the advanced analysis. Remember, this thing increases their chance to get crits. Alright, go for the Talia ult. See how well it pairs with the analysis. Boom. Pretty much every hit was a crit. It's just funny that she didn't crit herself, right? So naturally Talia is going to be doing the most damage here because we nuked with her. But she still did so much damage. And that's without using her ultimate. Even with a 10 level gap from Talia. This just goes to show just how insane of a unit Mephi is, even without being a main DPS unit. Which you could probably use her as, but once again, she functions as a sub DPS unit. So, is it worth investing in her? Absolutely. Is she the best sub DPS unit in the game? I wouldn't say so. Like, every character, every sub DPS unit has its niche, but 100% she's worth investing into, right? Her stats are great, very balanced, fantastic synergy with herself and others. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So that's about it for the video. We'll see you in the next one.